Kobe Bryant dropped 60 in his last game, and this is what happened. I went back to read the comments from when Kobe dropped 60. I'm not going to read your name. Says, I don't think given the circumstances of this season that Kobe's career could have ended any more beautifully. We will miss you, Kobe. And Taxonomy of Taxes, I think that's an okay name, says that was perfect, Kobe. Tough off-balance shots, clutch to close it out, scored the game-winning bucket, literally perfect. If you don't know or don't remember, Kobe's last game ever, he dropped 60 points, and he actually ended up winning the game for the Lakers because they were down double digits at one point in that game. Wasab, I'm McDouble? I don't think I read that right. Said, it's like watching my childhood go out with a bang. Fear865 says 30 for 30, 60. KCMan001 says ESPN instant classic for sure. He even led the Lakers on a comeback. Insane. Say Queensbridge says top 1% commenter. Good for you. I feel like literally nobody was paying attention to the score until he hit 50. And Gator says the only player that could somehow overshadow the Warriors right now. So the Warriors actually went 73-9 this same day Kobe dropped 60 in his last game. So it's actually ironic. The Warriors made NBA history, but there might have been more people watching the Lakers to watch Kobe's last game. He says, I miss Kobe already. Dr. House says, looking forward to Tim Duncan's emotional farewell, where he just stopped showing up to work one day. Calving says, come on, you know he'll put his 2 weeks in. He's a professional. Atra Katape says, dear sirs, I regret to inform you. Harpswell3 says, that's what we want though, the Hollywood ending for Kobe, and the Daryl from The Office dip out from Duncan. He says, see you guys tomorrow, and then the next day his locker is empty. Hank Hill for Prez says, nah man, Timmy's last game will be him booking 60 assists and a respectable number of field goals made off fundamental backboard shots. Then he'll smile at the crowd, rub Kawhi on the head, hop into his 97 Buick, and head off into the sunset at a very reasonable speed. Afterwards, Pop will show an unprecedented level of emotion in a post-game interview and say to the reporters that Tim was pretty good. Somehow we got to Tim Duncan's retirement with a Kobe Bryant video. Noah's Bun says, Mamba out. Down Rowdy said, this is perfect. Clothes are optional. Says, oh, that's a great one. In Ruins Crust says, I don't care how bad we sucked this season. It was all worth it for this. Most OG retirement game in NBA history. Talon, not going to read the last part of your name, says, I don't think I've ever rooted for the Lakers before tonight. And Gator says, you didn't. You rooted for Kobe. Greatness is easily respected. Bag of Beef says, I've hated that guy for 20 years, but blank. This is how you go out. Boss, unbelievable. Respect. Hunter S. Cronson says, I watched with my buddy, a Celtics fan, who was going nuts too, and said something like, I can't believe how much I'm enjoying this. It's like Mamba Venom infected the basketball world last night and everyone was able to truly enjoy it. Cowboys fan 88 says, that was the perfect way for Kobe to go out. Just jack up a blank ton of shots and drop 60. Unbelievable. What a blank legend. Number 333 says, set the NBA record for most field goal attempted ever. Scored 60 blank points. Scored the game winner. Wins his final career game. Final play is an assist. Seriously incredible night. Dav136 and win. Pinkton said, and end on an assist. Champion Dave said, that's what's almost as crazy. Lakers were down 9 with 2 minutes left and Kobe took over. That was vintage Kobe. It was honestly amazing to watch. Deleted account says, actually I'm playing one more year. Grena Deglove says, 2019, the Kobe comeback. K Chang 686, the Mamba strikes back. X Vertus X says, seeing him gasp for air after every timeout really shows that he is 100% leaving it all out there on the court. Truly one of the greatest, giving an amazing performance. Thank you, Kobe. That McDouble guy is back and says he was taking our energy. Paladinora says his legs must be burning like the surface of the sun right now. Just keep on getting better and better as the game went on. Truly a historic way to go out. Number 333 is back and says that literally played out like a Hollywood movie. Holy blank, what a game. What a send-off, man. Mother Canada said if this was a movie, people would be ripping on it for being unrealistic as blank. Not reading your name says, where were you the night the Warriors broke the Bulls record? Watching Kobe drop 60. B. Navis said, yeah, the Dubs had it at half. This was the game. Muck the Duck, I think that's an okay name, says, blank, the Dubs had it about halfway through the first quarter. They're pretty much unbeatable when Curry's on fire like that. Home Free 122, top 1% commenter, good for you, says scoring 60 in the final game of your career and a win and the most points in a single game this season, that's beyond some Derek Jeter type blank right there. Absolutely amazing to watch. Farewell, Kobe, you will be missed. Sad Boy 02 says, plus he hit the shot that gave the Lakers the lead at the end. Barely reads English, says, didn't he score the last 17 points, ignoring Clarkson's dunk after it was pretty much over? DeHagger says, top 1% commenter, good for you. 60 points, you cannot script this. This guy, still not reading your name, says, this was some Disney level. A lot of these people are, I guess, the same people over and over again, but hey, we don't judge. Kay Chang is back and says, NBA scripted, confirmed. Deleted account said, that was a blank fairy tale ending. It was like watching a movie. I was in awe. What was happening? Scoring the most points by any player this season and winning the game for the Lakers? Amazing. Basketball is the greatest blank sport. World peace. I am in tears. Thank you, Kobe. Tabasco fiasco says, crying face. Jeff Green fan. Oh, Jeff Green, where are you? Come watch this video. You have a fan. Best season finale ever. Ernu Johnson says one of the best NBA moments of all time. Dosante said it lived up to the expectations and then some. Deleted account said, I thought this game would be a clunker. Not even close. Noah's Bun says, wrong night to break 73 wins, Warriors. Like I said earlier, that was the day that the Warriors broke the record and went 73-9. It just happened to be the same day that Kobe was retiring, so... Again, I assume that more views were on Kobe's game. Captain Awesome 8 says the irony, Kobe's final game ends on an assist. Vague Intention says it was shot and Clarkson just got the rebound, I'm pretty sure. Ins United said in 1998, Bob Costas had the closing remarks after Michael Jordan's final game as a Bull in Game 6 against the Jazz on NBC. I think what he said 20 years ago perfectly encapsulates who Kobe is today. I'll leave them here. Quote, and as for Kobe Bryant, all the superlatives have been exhausted and almost all applied. But perhaps the most important one is this. He's authentic. His essence is so much deeper than image. In fact, the image is in his case an amplification of something true and substantive. Take all the money, all the adulation, all the TV cameras away and put Kobe Bryant in a gym somewhere with Russell and Oscar West and the doctor. And he'd be as genuine and as much in his element as any of them. His heart and his athletic integrity every bit as impressive as his artistry. I am the real Lang says, thank you, Kobe. Thank you. Except for 2010. This must be a Celtics fan. Pear Bear says, best part of the night for the fans who ponied up for the tickets. They just got free tacos. 23 says, I'm still bitter about missing out on tacos by 1 point against the Heat. J Man Seckley says, I've never been to a better game. Worth every penny. L337V1N337 says, that's a lot of pennies. Veritas Way said, I was at Kobe's 81-point game and tonight's game. Nothing will ever compare to the feeling of seeing him drop 60. I will truly miss him. We'll end it on this because there were so many good comments I could read. I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't even fit some of them in here. I mean, that happens a lot of the videos that like I have to cut some out because there's too many. But like this one especially, there was just an overload of good comments. Bears fan says, I feel sorry for the people who missed the game. And Formal Wall says, I'm not crying, I promise. Cantona punches Bill Simmons is so pissed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and see you next time. Bye!